You out there?
Greetings, Batman. How you doing?
Anyone I can, buddy. I just got tired of listening to them talk shoes. I figured I'd start one of my own. They accused me of not doing anything and shit like that, so I figured.
Right.
Why wait around for them to accuse me again? I says, I'm going to start one. I don't know. You been listening to any of the calls out there?
Oh, yeah. I got some experiences to share.
Oh, cool. Lay them on us, if you be so kind.
Yeah, you can call me Peaceful Brian.
Peaceful Brian. Glad to
Yeah.
meet you. If that's what you're called, right? But how can I totally meet the total you, other than we're all one and the same family? Huh.
Exactly, brother. And you know, after this journey, let's see, last week, Thursday, I went in for the matter, and I found out pretty much I'm meddling on it, because when I went in there, they were telling me that, you know, I was incompetent to talk. So that's what the lawyers are there for. And well, when I was there, I surrendered the birth certificate to them, but I ended up still going along for the ride because I guess just for going there.
Well, you know, I'm here as a witness. You know, you guys can settle this, or you think you might need some more first-hand testimony. You know.
Yeah. Well, like the judge, he wanted to send me to the mental hospital for 90 days.
For what, Judge? Why would you want to do such a thing? Are you practicing medicine without a license? But anyway, go ahead.
Well, actually, it was not the judge. It was the prosecuting attorney, and she was pretty much just saying, you know, I was incompetent to talk, and he just thought it was crazy because I was saying, you know, there's been a mistake, pretty much. He wouldn't even listen to me when I was there because I figured I was incompetent to talk for the name.
Well, but the thing of it is, when he started that bullshit, he says, well, gee, you know, are you competent to handle the affairs?
Yeah, I mean...
And if he said yes, well, Judge, what's the problem here? You know?
Right.
He's the one laying claim. I mean, are you laying claim on this? Oh, on behalf of the state. Oh, well, can the state act unless you say something?
Right, that's the only way they can act is if you say something.
Well, the thing of it is, he you know, hey, Judge, you looking for an argument? He's claiming I'm incompetent. Why would I argue with him? What makes you think I'm competent to handle the government's affairs?
Exactly.
So how did it go?
Well, I mean, after that, you know, I went in for the ride pretty much. I went in, I followed the paper, I ended up being arrested for in the action.
Filed the paper.
Well, the thing is the judge wasn't even looking at me. She wasn't even talking to me.
Because you're not there. If you stay on point, the judge is not there to deal with the flesh and blood man, you know, the soul, the spirit. The judge is there looking for a controversy. And if you pointed it out to the judge, where's the controversy concerning me, which there's a number of ways to do that, in my opinion, the last thing the judge is going to want to do is look at you. But anyway, go ahead. I just got to add these things in here and there, you know?
Yeah, I understand. But the thing is, like, I went in there, you know, I said, yeah, I'm here for this matter. You know, I did the 4 cornerstones, and she didn't even listen to me. She looked at me.
That it may appear, but she listened. Go ahead.
And she also kept on saying, well, Mr. Ham is competent and all that, and by what authority they call me by, or using that as identification. And you know, she kept saying, Mr. Ham, be quiet, and I kept saying that, kept saying it.
Yeah, cool, all right. The thing of it is, did you ever ask the judge, are you talking to me?
Yeah, I did, actually, and she just looked at the public defenders.
One thing in your favor is you kept speaking, even though she kept telling the name to be quiet, and you kept speaking. But anyway, what
Right.
happened?
Well, so they kept talking, and the prosecutor attorney wanted to send the name to Pueblo for a 90-day mental health evaluation.
Okay.
So the judge denied that, and I don't know why she denied it, but she did it for a reason. She knew I wasn't loony, I guess,
You know why she did it? I'll put 10 to 1 why she did it. Because she kept telling the name to be quiet, and you kept talking.
Yeah,
it could be that
true.
simple. Think about it.
Yeah, and I keep thinking about it, and I kept saying, by what authority are you using that as identification? Are you talking to me? And
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, and then when
I don't know if I'm right or not, man. Now you're making assumptions. I'm just giving you perspective on it and an opinion. That's all I'm doing.
The experience I had, it seems to be going that way, and where I messed up, I believe, is when they were saying he's going to get remanded. I don't believe I replied to anything to that. So
well, did you need to?
What's that?
Did you need to? They're talking about government affairs. Why would you want to get in the middle of that?
Right. Well, I don't think I would, because by that point, there's officers behind me. The public defenders are all, "Hey, you're going to make the judge mad. You're going to make the judge mad." It was so pressured on me.
What the fuck do they know? They're all scared shitless, man. I had one fucking attorney about to have a heart attack. It's what they believe. They're worried about the judge pissing on them. But I'll tell you, when you're in honor, that judge will do the honorable thing. My experience.
Right. Yeah, and I called you about actually maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and I had the ankle monitor on.
Yeah, okay.
I don't have that ankle monitor no more, buddy.
Well, how did that come to happen?
I just stopped claiming ownership of everything, Just he kept calling. He kept calling the phone I was using, saying, "Hey, is Brian Ham there?" I was like, "There's nobody here by that name." I actually was trying to help him out for a while. They wanted me to take UAs. They wanted the name to take UAs and all that. And he kept calling me. He's like, "All right, well, I'll go in there for that matter."
Yeah, I'd be glad to help you.
Right. Well, when I went to go do that, they wanted me to sign this slip, and it said, "Hold on, man, I'm on the phone, sorry." And he said, it said identification number, and you put the last name and the social security number, the last 4 digits.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, before I signed it, I put "for the matter of," and he's like, "We can't take this." And I told him, "Well, I believe that the birth certificate is in the possession, or it's the property of the state of Colorado. So,
yeah,
how do you want me to claim to something?"
Yeah.
And I was peaceful with him. I was like, "I'm sorry, this is making your job hard, but."
How is it wait a minute, is it making their job hard, or is it you believe it's making their job hard?
They were getting really mad. They were trying to, they were just trying to get me to claim to it. The lady said when she talked to me, she told the pretrial service lady that I said I was Frank when I said I was friend, You could call me friend.
Yeah, it's what I'm called. I mean, I answer to that. What's the fucking problem? Did I claim the name? Did I claim ownership of anything? That's all it comes down to.
Right, and I never said that,
Yeah.
Well, I did that at first, and that's how I got the ankle monitor, and they put it on me, and again when I got out of the jail, and it's like I'm only signing these papers under duress. I put X for the name. I actually put some scribbly letters I don't even know. I didn't even.
That's all I did the last time. You want ink on the paper? Fine. I gave him some ink on the paper.
Right.
Make you happy?
You know, and he's like, well, we can't let you out. And he's like, okay, well, we'll make you happy if I do this. I said, yeah, and I did that, and, you know, the girl Jackie that puts an ankle monitor on people, she's like, I heard you're giving everybody a hard time. I was like, whoa, what are you talking about? You know, I was not claiming none, you know. I've been doing that since I've been here. And I even told the ankle monitor place, they wanted a payment. Is like, I told them, well, do you guys take gold? Because money is unlawful. They said, no, we can't take gold. So they refused the payment from me also.
Well, the thing of it is with that, you know what I would have did?
What's that?
I would have said, hey, the state ordered it, send them the bill. That's what happened with the psych evaluation. They sent me a bill for 250 Federal Reserve notes or something like that. And I sent it back to them. Hey, the county ordered that, man. Send them the bill. And I didn't hear from them again. Anyway,
right.
You know?
Right. And go on. What was that?
Well, that's not. I don't know where that came from. But it's only you and I on the phones. I wish somebody else called in. We could have a party because I was hoping I was on another call a while ago. Not to get off point here, but I put in there the talkshoe number, and I was hoping some of them call in here and maybe we get a conversation going. But you know, just to inform you the intentions.
Hey, Batman, 1 second, real quick. My roommate has to talk to me. 1 second.
Yeah, go for it, man. It's okay. I can play a song or music. Let's play some music. We'll play. There we go. Nah, that's too long. I'll play this one. Oh, shoot. Call in, people. Don't be so stuck up.
He was the wizard of 1,000 kings, and I chanced to meet him one night wandering. He told me tales, and he drank my wine. Me and my magic man kind of feel fine.
in here and help me, man. I don't know, that one guest there, it appears we've lost him. Think of it as one thing I get from that song is feel to be free. Could freedom just be a feeling? And if there is such thing, could it be like love? And if it's the same as love, could it be true freedom is doing and staying in honor with one another? Could that be? Somebody help me here. Call in. See if I need a psychiatric evaluation. It says guest 3 says he's calling on the computer. Let's see what happens here. Be nice to have some people. Come on, let's talk. Anyway, I guess I'll play another song. Oh, you're calling it? Okay. Okay, I can wait a minute there, guest 4. But, yeah, people, call in. Let's have some fun. Peace, love. There you go. You back?
Hey, yeah, I'm here.
Cool, cool. All right, we got another guy that's trying, or guy, woman, who knows? Guess 4 is trying to call in. That'd be cool. So, where was we?
So let's see. We were talking about where we got when I was in court, and they wanted to go to Pueblo and all that. They wanted to take the name to Pueblo. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, with the ankle monitor and the unlawful money and all that stuff. Well, when they refused the payment from me, I just, I told them I don't have anything to pay you with because legal tender is unlawful, I believe, and you guys take gold, and they pretty much just refused gold.
Yeah, well, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I hear where you're going with that, and that could work. Point of it is, even if you had legal tender, even if you had gold, man, do you own it, or are you just using it, But anyway.
Right, exactly, and also, I forgot something. When I went in there, the public defenders pointed me out, because they recognized me, and I actually had the public defenders, I was using them, actually, when I was trying to defend the name with them, I guess. And then I found out they kept calling me, and they kept trying to make deals with me, and I'm like, well, what do you guys don't understand? I said, no deals.
Well, not deals. As good as I'd love to deal with you, but how can I deal with something that, what evidence you have it belongs to me? How can I deal with something unless it belongs to me? You see? I'd be glad to make a deal, buddy. But would it be meddling if I made a deal?
Right, and, well, what I'm saying, too, is when I first got into the court system, I wasn't doing all this at all. Like, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, I was not doing this at all. I went in there claiming ownership. Yeah, that's me,
Yep.
First thing they ask, are you the defendant?
Yep. I'm defending the name. I'm the defendant. Yep.
Or the offender.
It's
Who
good,
did I
man.
offend?
Sounds like you're getting it.
I'm getting it as every day, it seems like, and I hope I am at least. And
listen to the heart, buddy. Listen to the heart. He'll never tell you wrong, in my experience. Now, the ego, you got to be careful with the ego. Ego has been known to get you to do things you wish you didn't do, But the heart, heck, I don't know how many times I wish I listened to the heart. And I said, man, I knew to do it that way, and I did it this way. I let the ego talk me out of it. I mean, I don't know. We're complicated, I guess. That makes any sense.
Yeah, and also, I think it was good that I went in for the matter on last Thursday because there was a $10,000 bond, and my pops, he don't really follow by this. He just listens to me, and he's starting to get it now, and he's already about to do this exempt thing on his W-4 and see how that goes.
I wouldn't even go there, but that's another story. But the thing of it is, he went in there, and he'll get his. Did he get the bail money back?
Well, we're still going through that now. He just posted a $3,000 bond on the name on Thursday just to get me out, and I told him, hey, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, because they'd let you out if you stay on point. It might be a little few hours, but the thing of it is, though, and the next time you go in there, you want to have some fun with him. Well, I'm here, and then have your dad get up there and say, well, he's here, I want the bail money. And see if they ask for bail again when you leave.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Well,
I did that.
Nice. Well, the judge removed the $10,000 bond, and that the main thing was the bondsman can take my pops' car but he don't know all this stuff, and
as long as you go in there and stay in honor, they're not going to take anything. Okay? Unless if you go in there, when you bail out, they usually like 10%, and they'll keep that. But if you put up collateral, as long as you keep going in there and stay in honor, they're not going to take it. They'll give it back to whoever put it up. That's my experience anyway. Okay? So put that behind you. You're going in there to help your brothers and sisters settle a matter. They believe there's a controversy, and heck, look at the way you act. You let them to believe you own something. And their job is to figure out, well, somebody put a claim, somebody kicked God in the dick, man. We got to get this right now. We can't just let anybody kick God in the dick, like Boris likes to say.
Or, we got to send this guy to the loony bin to see if he knows what's right, or I don't know. That's what they wanted to do with me.
Wait a minute. The only reason they'd be sending you to the loony bin is because you're going around thinking you're competent to handle government affairs. And I say, Judge, what's the reason for me to go to the loony bin? You see? Why would you say such a thing? Well, we want to see if you're competent. Well, Judge, what makes you think I'm competent to handle government affairs? Think about it. I'm not arguing with you. I'm incompetent. I admit it. I mean, the thing of it is, I wouldn't say that. I just put it in a question. The thing of it is, they believe you're defending the name, and now they got to see if you're competent to handle government affairs.
Right.
Point of the matter is, hey, I'm just here as a witness to help settle the matter. I mean, what do you really think it's necessary to send a witness to have, to see if he's competent to handle government affairs when the witness is just there to help give you evidence to settle the matter? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, so the lawyers, this is really interesting. I think where I put myself in dishonor with the lawyers was I thought they were lying to me. And they told me everything pretty much. He said, you standing right here, and at that time I also had the ankle monitor on. And she goes, with that around your ankle means you're here.
Yeah.
So, and
you consented, the ankle monitor, you consented to it. You were defending the name, and they wanted to make sure the surety doesn't get away.
Right. And the funny thing is I had the lawyers studying their law books. They had I was teaching them, really, and like your previous calls with Goody, he was teaching that one officer, and it felt like I was doing it to the public defenders almost.
Actually, you can call it teaching or whatever you want. The point of the matter is you're asking the questions and they're thinking about it. And
Right.
they're teaching themselves. They already know. Everybody already knows this stuff. It's just a matter of, they chose to follow other people's opinions. But I believe if you stay in point and honor with these people, they'll come to the conclusion on their own.
Right.
They already know it. It's just, you've been taught here and there. Is that really true? Who's the greater fool, the fool or the one who follows him?
Right. Well, I told her about the Libra code and all that, and she didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah. Well, she does now. You went and told her.
Yeah. She's wondering where I got my information. Oh, I was like, I guess you can say it's a friend. Well, who's your friend? I was like, well,
Batman.
I mean, yeah, I was like, you can call him Batman. She's like, Batman, huh? I was like, yeah. It was hilarious. I was like, oh my God, no wonder they think I'm crazy.
There were the links to the calls. There were to listen to the calls.
Yeah. It's just amazing. It feels so much. Life feels so much brighter now, and I just feel so much happier.
Cool. It's all good, man. It's all good.
It is. It's amazing. I love the feeling. And I guess it's only took it took me 5 months to renew mine, I guess,
It's always getting renewed, buddy. We're always looking back at things we've done and we followed others and doing it instead of listening to the heart. And when we realize that, hey, was it really right to do it? And when we realize it wasn't, and then we deal with it. I mean, heck, if we were perfect, we could just ascend like allegedly Christ did. Couldn't find a body, man. It's freaking gone. Till then, I think we're in training. That make any sense?
Yeah, I believe everything that comes towards this path is a learning experience to learn something off of it.
There you go. It's all good.
Yep.
But yeah, well, no more ankle bracelet. I like that.
No more anything. No more paperwork. Nothing.
It's called a feeling of freedom. Freedom's just a feeling. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Huh? I like the saying you say, are we really free? Can we go to Mars? Yeah. Can you? You think you got freedom? Huh? How come you can't jump 150 feet in the air? Huh?
Yeah, how come we can't fly?
There you go. What freedom do we really have? Other than the freedom to choose and to stay in honor with one another? Other than that, and is that a freedom? Or is it just we're put in these certain circumstances? Maybe it's just, we paid the ticket to ride in Disney World here, and that's part of the ride, huh? Who knows?
Yeah. That was one hell of a ride, I guess.
Hey, enjoy it. Enjoy the moment, buddy.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you can enjoy the moment, man, how can you ever lose?
You're right. I don't know if you're right, but I feel that when I was in that jail cell, I didn't care. I really didn't. It was okay. I really didn't have much to live for myself. I mean, staying off the V, really, so I figured, hey, why not? Let's wing it. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's good for you. Builds character. Looks like
Amazing.
The dirt out of the backyard like this in a second. You spray it and pressure water, you will see all the dirt coming down like that. But he said you have to
a handle on it. It was. You there?
I'm here. I could barely hear anything really.
I don't know what was going on.
I'm here. I didn't hear that because my honey was talking.
Your honey was talking, or she's telling you how it is?
Oh yeah, right. You know, we're so used to thinking like that.
Hey, it's all good, man. Peaceful.
It's a renewing of the mind.
Peaceful is on there. I appreciate him coming back and telling me that. It helps me because, you know, a lot of times I talk to, well, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but, well, to me it's a lot of people anyway.
Right.
And to hear, you know, you come back and tell me that story there, Peaceful, it just, you know, it helps me to continue on because, you know, a lot of people hear this and then they go in there and they, you know, they eat them up or they go to jail or they're in the nut house, you know what I mean? Am I really helping? You know, sometimes I got to pinch myself.
I can say that this has helped me so much. Like, me and my pops, me and him are best friends. I love that dude to death, and you know he's getting up into those old ages, and with all this stuff going on, that's not the way that, you know, I want to remember my dad when he passes away. So with all this stuff gone, it's no more stress. Like, it's so amazing how easy it is too.
Well, I say it's simple. Easy, it depends on the individual, you know, where they are with the ego and the heart, you know what I mean? But yeah, I hear you, brother. It sounds like you got a handle on it. If that helps.
It's just amazing, and the love just pours out of me to everyone, and I love everyone. I really do.
Hey, you know, we're all part of the whole, man. If thy eye offends thee, pluck it out. You know, the point of it is, why would thy eye offend thee? Could it be traditions of men that causes one to think that something is offensive?
You tell the truth.
Yeah, I feel that, yeah.
It says, you know, people, the scriptures, man, they tell you everything. The point of the matter is, what are you going to do with it? You know? And, you know, in the scriptures, it's just all hearsay until you experience it. You know? Just a goddamn piece of paper, like George Bush said. Till you have first-hand knowledge, what good is it? You know?
That's what amazes me. People think they have constitutional rights. That's crazy.
Well, now you think of it as crazy. Hey, at one time I used to believe I had rights.
Yeah, I had them.
Same here.
When I look at it, what rights do I really have?
Yeah.
I've studied the so-called best of them, and I just started realizing, fuck if I know. What do I know? You know? And you start asking these so-called gurus questions, man, and they seem to have problems with them. I don't know. I don't know why. If they were gurus, you think gurus would have any problems whatsoever?
Well, see, that's one of the problems I've always had is they want you to do all that paperwork, and I've been studying that paperwork and all that stuff for the longest. I'm like, how do you think you can get freedom if you're filling out someone else's copyrighted forms and then using titles of property that doesn't belong to you? I couldn't get over that. I came over to I don't know how I think I saw something on the internet, on the YouTube, and it brought me over to talkshoe to listen some of your well, not your, but some of the talkshoe recordings.
Yeah.
And I said, you know, that's what it is. You know, everybody's claiming ownership. That's what the real problem is.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I want to get some. Hey, I want to get some food really quick. I'll call back in 5 minutes or so.
All right. If we're here, we'd be glad to chat with you.
Hey, buddy,
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Yeah, I was reading all kinds of material, cracking the code. Anybody used to see watching Winston Shroud?
Could it be? Jails between the ears. Could it be? Why I let you leave me, honey, I don't know. They say it's hard to see love coming, but baby, you always see it go. I must have got lost. I must have got lost. I must have got lost. Somewhere down the line, I must have got lost. I must have got lost. Yeah, the way you was mine. Love can be a sweet thing. I just don't understand. I've been a game, I love you, and now I hold a little hand. Somewhere down the line. Oops. What the fuck? I must have got lost. I must have got lost. Give away the days that you were mine. I just can't understand it. I just can't understand it. I just don't understand. I must have got speaking here, if anybody's listening. Seeing as nobody's calling in and I'll talk with me, I'll talk to myself. If there's no objections, if there is, please call in and object. I will take the call timely, and we'll deal with the matter in a proper procedure, hopefully. Anyway, I just had a guy come back. He come back once, and let's see, how can I put this? He thinks he needed money. So, and he has stuff he thought was worth money. So I gave him some money to help him get where he gave me a line. Whether it's bullshit or not, I guess that's irrelevant. But, so I gave him some so-called money, hopefully to help him. And he didn't keep the end of the bargain he said he'd do. And the funny part is, he just showed up at the door. And he gave me another story, not too much different than the last story. And who's the asshole? I gave him so-called money. Now let's see if he comes back. That ought to be interesting, because I got in his face. Look a little scared, too. That's weird. Maybe he saw Satan. Come on, somebody call in. Stop being deadbeats. We can talk about anything here, say. Call in, man. Batman needs help, man. Help me now, I'm calling you. You ever heard that song, Iron Man? Or was that the Kinks? Captain America's Fallen. Yeah. Help me now. Let me see if I can find that song. I'll play it. Just for all those people still listening's entertainment. What a nice guy, huh? Let's see. Come on, call in, man. Freaking sucks. It sucks being alone. Hearsay. Well, goddamn time. Somebody call. About time you call in and help out the old Batman.
Hey, you cut off or something. I couldn't even hear you.
Yeah, well, I had a guy knock on the door. You got an echo, man.
I know, it's been echoing ever since the whole time that you've been speaking.
Oh, you got your speakers on? And it's
let me turn that up. Okay, but...
That's better. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you got your headset on with the speakers going, it'll echo. Well, so my experience anyway is. But yeah, I had a guy come by. I was explaining on the call there. He came by a while back. He kind of pawned some things. You know what I mean by pawn? You know, like a pawn shop.
Yeah.
Said, give me some money and I'll come back for him, and he never did. And then he come back and he wanted more money. You know something?
Whoa.
Well, yeah, whoa, but you know what I did? I gave him the money, and I said, you know, keep your word this time, man. He wanted to leave his wallet and all this shit. I said, fuck that. I said, and I gave him the money, the so-called money. And I said, just remember, whatever you do, you got to sleep with, buddy. And fuck. I'm kind of, you know, I've known that people come see me, and I try to help them out. But the thing of it is, you know, you can just give people things, or you can, you know, they believe it's honor, man. That's what's so weird about. I can't explain it, but it's so weird the way the system is, that the money's got a purpose. The thing of it is, what's more important, the love of the money or the honor to one another, you see?
Yeah.
And that's why it says the love of money is the root of all evil, and I see it more and more every day. It's not the love of money. Well, I shouldn't say that, because, heck, I like to have a lot of money. Who knows what I
Could
fucking...
people want to own shit? Could people just want to own shit?
Exactly.
It's mine. Hey, you know, I watched the Looney Tunes where Daffy Duck, you know, he goes inside, he's with Bugs Bunny, and he's, you know, he finds this big thing of treasure inside a cave, and he runs around, mine, it's mine.
Yeah.
Thumps Bugs Bunny's head down in the hole, and finds a magic lamp and rubs it. And a genie comes out. I'm here. I'm the genie of the bottle. He says, "No, it's mine." Starts stopping the genie.
Yeah.
The genie shrinks his ass.
You ever heard that one? This guy, he walks
that?
into. You ever? Here's one for you. This guy, he walks into the bar, right? And he sits down and have a drink, and these guys come all around him, and they say, "Hey, how come your head is so small?" And well, it's kind of a long story, he says. But anyway, I was stuck on this desert island, right?
Yeah.
And I found this lantern, and I rubbed it, and out came this genie, and the genie gave me 3 wishes. And she was a beautiful genie. It was a female genie. She was beautiful. So, well, I'll grant you 3 wishes. And the first wish he wanted, I wish I was back in the States. And poof, he was back in the States. And the second wish, I wish I was a millionaire, and poof, he's a millionaire. And the third thing he goes, I wish I could have sex with you. And she says, oh, no, you can't have sex with the genies. And he says, well, how about a little head? It was poof. Careful what you wish for.
Be careful what you wish for, right?
But yeah, that's on a call. In fact, the last call I just put up there on a talkshoe. Toward the end of the call, you'll find, I think it's a new discovery. Well, not a discovery. We always knew it. The point of it is, it may appear new to you, but, I always had a problem with making demands on people. But heck, when you say, I wish it would be this way, is that a demand?
Yeah. I got into looking at stuff, like everybody else does. We're going in our own path in life, and we know something's not right, or we just got feelings. So I looked at the creditors and commerce stuff and secured party, and I kept thinking about it. I never got confident enough to fill out UCCs and do all that stuff, because they're putting on these documents, they'll put like the capitalized name, and it'll say I, the debtor, am, like the fiction is speaking in the document, and I'm like, I couldn't wrap my head around that.
Yeah.
And then they're using government forms to get their freedom. And I'm like, these are copyrighted. I mean, how can you do that? And then another thing is they want to go into their courts and into their forum and quote statutes and acts and laws, and those are copyrighted also. And you can't quote any statutes, acts, and laws unless you have a license, like an attorney.
Here's sakes, slow down. The point of the matter is, everything here is for us to use. The thing of it is, how are we going to use it? Are we going to stay in honor using it? The thing of it is, you can quote the laws and stuff. Allegedly, you say their laws, but actually, it's all our laws. The point of the matter is, in my opinion, are you claiming ownership or you're not? See? And when you're claiming ownership, you're accusing your brother of ownership. There's copyright in them laws. Oh, well and good. Are you claiming ownership of them laws? See? Here's
well,
the way.
I didn't, because I knew they had nothing to do with me.
Well, the point of the matter is, how am I qualified to handle government affairs?
I'm not.
Well, that's your opinion. But the only way they're going to way you think is how you act. And that's a key thing, in my opinion, when they start saying, oh, we got to send this guy for a psychiatric evaluation to see if he's competent. Well, the question I'd have for the judge is, Judge, what evidence do you have I'm competent to handle government affairs?
Yeah.
See where that psychiatric evaluation goes all of a sudden. And besides, are you talking to me? But that, well, if you're in that position, though, I'd say a key question be asking that judge. Judge, what do you mean? Where's the argument? Where's the controversy here? The matter is the name. The state has title to the name.
Right,
and
exactly.
Right. And
that's what I always knew, and I was like, I'm missing something. And when I came across these talk shoes, I said, you know what? That's the problem right there. I mean, it's like it just dawned on me. I was like, that's why I couldn't. There was that missing piece. That's why I couldn't get over it. I was like,
yeah, and it could be that, gee, if you have title to the name, in other words, they're just protecting God's shit. What makes you think
Yeah,
well,
go ahead.
they're just there to protect God's shit. The creation, the whole, the new. Excuse me. The so-called New World Order is not the New World Order. It's the old world order.
It's been here since conception.
Exactly. And the point of it is,
there's nothing new about it.
Exactly. The point is, are you creating division by claiming ownership of something?
Right, exactly.
Or are you going to work with us? I'd be glad to help you. You see, could it be that simple?
I find it humorous when I listen to some of these talk shows, and people still are stuck on that secured party creditor. That type of thinking, because it's like they want so bad to be right.
And the thing of it is, if everybody's happy, who's wrong?
Instead of just accepting things, and yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I'm telling you, people think this old Batman here is just blowing smoke and mirrors. Well, could be. Who am I to judge on your opinion? But the point of the matter is, I can give you first-hand testimony. I got over 20 years of studying all this shit, and a lot of the shit they're coming up with, I've already studied years ago.
Yeah, I don't have that long. I started back, I think it was 2005. And
well, here's the point.
I was racking my brains trying to learn as much as I could about everything, and at the end of the day, I said, something ain't right. Still, I'm not even going to...
What the fuck is going on? Like I say...
Was there an echo or something?
Yeah. What I
is there
say
an echo?
No echo on your part anyway, unless you're getting one from me.
Oh no, I'm all right.
But what it comes down to is, it dawned on me. It says in the scriptures, if the scriptures have any validity, it says my burden is light.
Yeah.
And it's and it says if this was my world, my people would fight for me.
Yeah.
And it freaking clicked one day, and I says, what the fuck am I fighting for? Christ didn't fight, allegedly. Christ just asked a bunch of questions. And the ones who were fighting was the ones amongst themselves. The fight was between their heirs.
Yeah.
And I think when people can get a handle on that, man, they're going to stop blaming everybody else and realize, hey, who's the problem, But yeah, I was on, Dallas debt discussion tonight, listening while
was that 70? I was listening to that before I came on. I had downloaded it. Was that the last one you just put up?
No, Dallas debt discussion. That was a live talk show. I was listening.
Oh, that's somebody else's.
Yeah.
I don't go on them. I've listened to them, and I can tell when they don't know. People they don't know what they're talking about.
They're at war.
It's like it's that, and also it's like they're putting information out there, so people jump into it, and then they get to doing it, and it's like they get suckered into that doing it, And then they come back and say, oh, well, that didn't work. Well, here, try this. And it's like these guys are giving out this information so the bottom feeders are going out there and getting burned on it. I'm like, this is crazy.
They sucker themselves. People, when you
But they
realize...
can't realize it.
When you realize... Hey, when you realize what the problem is, you know, they sucker themselves. The thing of it is, I ask questions on there and, you know, type them in and stuff and see where they go with it. I think one of the last ones they want to have on a call is the Batman, because all the donations will dry up.
They want money too. If it was truth, it wouldn't cost anything. They wouldn't be charging for it. Anything you got to pay for isn't worth, you know.
It's all been paid for, man.
Yeah.
That's it, right? It's all been paid for. The thing of it is, are you prepared to stay in honor at all times? And you'll find, I believe if you are, it'll work. It'll happen. But till then, I mean, like I try to tell people, they hear the talk shoes of Batman, all well and good, and then they go out there and start doing this shit. And the thing of it is, what's your intentions when you go out there? You're looking to, you know, are you blaming others for...
Don't look for trouble. I wouldn't want to look for trouble.
Well, it's not so much...
It's good to know stuff, but if you're just going to go out there and just do stuff to see if it works, good luck.
The thing of it is...
You might not be right in your heart if you're doing stuff like that, is what I'm saying.
The thing of it is, what's your intention? Do you really want to settle the matter honorably so everybody's happy, or you figure somebody owes you something, or you want vengeance? I mean, just those two right there.
Yeah.
If you're doing anything other than to help everybody come to peace, come to terms, you're going to lose, you know? Well, I shouldn't say lose. You're going to get an education. That might be a better way to put it. Call in guest 9. He said the best things in life are free.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Best things in life is life. What are we going to do with it? Are we going to work together? Are we going to kill each other off? I think I typed that into the chat there on Just Dave's call there.
There you go.
I typed in... I said, you guys lead me to believe you're part of 2/3 of the world. I don't know how many of the calls you listen to, but I think 2/3 of the world...
Oh, no, I stopped listening to everybody. It's just, you know, this is the only one I come on now.
The thing of it is, 2/3 of the world, they're going to kill each other off because they believe they own something. Free bear, sounds like a plan. Well, it's all paid for. You know, enjoy the moment.
Let's see.
Somebody call in, man. If there's anybody out there that was on the Dallas debt discussion tonight, call in, man. I want to see what your opinion is.
Yeah, that'd be good to hear.
Yeah.
Dallas debt discussion. What do they talk about on that?
All kinds of bullshit. How to stay in dishonor.
How to stay in dishonor. That's a good one.
That's my opinion.
How to stay in dishonor. Come on over here to talk to you. Let's talk about how to stay in dishonor. Okay, everybody, y'all got y'all paperwork ready? Okay, that's how you fill it out. Put the Secretary of Defense on there. Yes, honey. Put the Secretary of State on there. All right, wait a minute.
Free bears for 3 queers. I guess they. Are you queer? Don't worry about it. I love you anyway.
Is Mark Stevens for real? Mark Stevens?
Is Mark Stevens? For real. I used this shit, you know something? And I almost went to jail. But that's because I didn't know what was going. Mark Stevens, he's got a lot of excellent points, but in my opinion, Mark Stevens is at war. And if you call war real, I guess he's for real. How's that? That help?
Yeah, he tells you to go in there and when the officer gets on the stand, ask him how many something's of cause of action.
Yeah, here's what Mark Stevens. I used a lot of his shit, man. I grilled a judge one day. I was looking at 6 years in prison, so I believed anyway. And I grilled the judge with Mark Stevens stuff, a lot of it, and he's got a lot of excellent points. Thing of it is, I think
how many elements are the cause of action? That's
one element. The cause of action is if you agree you harm somebody. The cause of action is, okay, now I owe somebody. Point of the matter is, hey, what's the cause of action? Thing of it is, with Mark Stevens stuff, guy's got a lot of good points, but he's at war, in my opinion. See? And when I learned, one question I asked the judge, which still rings into memory, like I played a video over and over again. I asked him, what's the difference between the state of Tennessee and the good tooth fairy?
Yeah.
And he threw his hands in the air, and he went silent, you know. That told me there is no difference. It all comes down to is what one believes.
Yeah, Mark Stevens, he's for that No State Project. That's his,
I know, but he says no
the
state.
No State.
Yeah, but he says no
whatever
state.
You have to do a state.
Yeah, there you go. He says no state. Yeah, well, how can I prove a negative? I'll tell you, I learned from the guy.
I tell you what, you get me rolling sometimes when I hear these talk shows. I'm just rolling. I'm about to fall in my chair.
Who is Mark Stevens?
Because people don't get it. They don't understand.
Well, guest 9 wants to know here, who is Mark Stevens at war with? Could it be himself?
Yeah.
Could it be himself?
Yeah, watch his videos.
I never heard of Mark Stevens.
You haven't?
Supposedly.
Oh,
type it in YouTube. You can pull it up.
Yeah, he's all over the internet. And the thing of it is, he's at war.
MARC.
They're at war. I'm sorry, go ahead. He's at war with himself.
Yeah.
A lot of people I know lead me to believe that they're at war.
Yeah. Gee, with peace, what did Neo want at the end? You ever watched The Matrix? The last Matrix, man, it was beautiful. The only one that can deal.
A lot.
Yeah, the only one that can deal with the machine is us. Mm-hmm. And the machine knows that. And the machine says, okay, you do this. What do you want in return? And Neo said, peace.
Peace, yep.
Is that hard to get? Robert Fox is killing himself. Guess I just typed in there. Yeah, I believe you. That statement may be correct. He's at war with it. I'll tell you, if he was on it, would have never went to trial. I put dollars of donuts in that one.
Samuel Davis is going I think prison. I think I heard one of the talk shows, and
I talked with
these guys are at war. I feel they're self-destructing left and right.
I talked with him. I think he thinks I'm crazy. I told him what I would do, and he just...
They're going there saying, "Oh, do you have the charging instrument?" And saying all that bull crap. I'm like, where do you get this stuff from? Even if there was a charging instrument, they ain't going to give it to you.
Who cares? The point of the matter is, why are you going in there meddling in government affairs.
Tim Turner.
I found that out the hard way.
Hey,
That's Tim Turner. He thinks he's the next Jesus Christ. He thinks he's the next Jesus Christ. Was he president of the United States?
Hey, how do you know what he thinks? You a mind reader?
Right.
I believe. I'm guessing.
Thing of it is, back to Sam Davis there, I've talked with him, and he blew it off what I suggested. The thing of it is, he pled guilty. The thing of it is, if you did it properly, in my opinion, a plea would never happen. All right? Where's the controversy concerning me? He wants to see the charging instrument. I've been down that road. I just want my papers answered. Yeah. Fuck me. That's what I said to the judge. And the judge says, okay, if you want to get fucked, I'll be glad to do it.
Oh.
And that's where that's going with Sam Davis, in my opinion. And far as hey, if Tim Turner believes he's president of something, who am I to argue with what he believes?
He's gonna be the president of the jail cell.
Oh, I got it. I got it. Tim Turner, in my opinion, and this is being recorded if I got it correct, but Tim Turner, in my opinion, you ever hear of a Judas goat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim Turner, in my opinion, fits the bill. You know?
I've heard other people call him that also.
And
I've heard that more than once.
You want to sign up, and you know, you want to sign up and be a Baptist or a Republican or a Democrat.
That's division. That's all division.
Well, the thing of it is, yeah, what's the difference between that and what Tim Turner's doing?
Nothing.
Well, yeah, nothing. Is there such a thing as nothing? Anyway. But you see the point? You see the point I'm saying here, people? You know? Like I asked, the so-called Holocaust. I was on a call. Yeah, FEMA camps, all right. Hey, it's the so-called Holocaust with the Jews.
Oh, sorry.
You're laughing at me.
Oh, I'm
laughing with you, Matt.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at that guest 6.
Well,
guest 6 and they'll leave a couple of people can't remember his name.
Yeah. The thing of it is, you know, I was on a call one night, I believe, with these people that believe Hitler killed a bunch of Jews. Okay, maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. Who's to say? But I asked him, you know, was you there? And how many of them people that was
you got first-hand knowledge?
Yeah. The next thing I know, I was blocked from the call.
That's...
You know, what did we really know? You know? And
exactly,
guess 6,
exactly.
what are you sorry about?
That's a closed mind. If you don't, you know, you gotta... Huh?
Is it? Could very well be. Who am I to say? We're all learning, you know. It's fun, man. I think the more you start to realize that truth is one's perception. Boy, the world is your oyster, man. It's, you know, where you want to lead this conversation, where you want to go with it. Who's making jokes about Tim Turner? I don't. What makes you think I gotta make jokes about Tim Turner? I think he does fine on his own.
Who says I can't laugh about Tim Turner?
Me. Come on, guest 6, call in here. You want to defend Tim Turner? Have at it. I'm all ears. The system is all set, boys and girls, and I'm telling you, in my humble opinion, if you can stay in honor at all times, nobody can touch you. You're protected. Tornadoes will go around the house you're using. You're protected. I don't know how to explain it to people. I just know.
I listened to one of your calls. You someone was talking about what is that?
My calls.
Well, no. I'll never rephrase that.
Go ahead.
Talkshoe calls.
It's okay. There you go.
And they were talking about the earthquakes and the heart, and you told them to go stand by a righteous man, and you'll be all right.
There you go. Yeah.
Go stand by a righteous man.
Yeah. Find a righteous man, and hang around him. Neighborhood Good fucking luck, man, if you believe you're in the United States, though.
You gotta leave the United States to find a righteous man.
Your guest eight types in here. Don't disrespect my president. Well, excuse me. When have I ever shown? Hey, I just gotta ask. When have I ever shown disrespect to anybody? Huh? Come on, help me here.
Is this president?
Please tell me. When have I ever shown disrespect to anybody?
My president. He's yours, huh?
Yeah. Make sure he pees in the cup. See if he's doing drugs.
And sign for the matter of see what that happens.
We're having too much fun.
Definitely.
It's all good, man. Stay in honor with one another. How can I help you? Heck, it works for government agents. What the fuck? It won't work for you. How can I help you? What's it goes for? Guest date. I'm confused. Help me out here. Call in. Join the fucking merry-go-round. Just if your head's spinning when you get off, please blame somebody besides me. All right? Because most people, in my opinion, following Tim Turner, blaming somebody for something they could deal with at the moment. You show love to everything around you, and I'll tell you something. The neighborhood will change. People will change. But the only way you can do that is if the change happens within, when you start listening to the heart and do it instead of saying, I wish I did it, If I would, could I? Yeah, fucking do it. Osama's dead. Guess 9, what the fuck? You got nothing better to do.
I love Ted Turner. Yeah.
It's all good. It's all fucking good. We're all on a training mission here, man. We're learning. Learning how to be kings and judges. That's the way I kind of see it. Judge thyself, man. If you can judge yourself, the rest is self-evident.
Hey, Batman.
Hey, what?
I got some bills from for the name that got sent to me. How would I deal with those, really?
How do you want to deal with them?
Well, I've heard about sending them to the state treasurer and all that.
Yeah, good.
But
if it
what's
works,
your opinion about it?
It might work in the matter of the name. Could you please tell me who's liable for these charges? And see what they do. Guess 8 wants to be queen.
Right, if they're trying to lay claim on me, or...
No, get over that. Everybody, see, there you go, accusing people. They're trying to lay claim on me. No,
I probably wasn't following you.
Think about it. Obviously, somewhere along the line, somebody was led to believe that you laid claim on something.
Right.
Thing of it is, you know, everything that is there is a natural resource for us to use. The only thing I want to know is who's authorizing it to turn it off. It's a funny thing people don't get, in my opinion. They authorize it to be turned on, and then when they don't respond, you know, your tacit response is an admission that there's nothing there to have the natural resource go to. Whereas I think if you responded properly to these so-called power companies and all whatever so-called bills, who's authorized to turn it off? That's all I want to know, is who's authorized to turn it off. And I'll put you 10 to 1, I'll give you all kinds of bullshit, but as long as you keep responding, stay on point with the same question, I'll put you 10 to 1. We were talking about power bills and so-called shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you keep answering them, I'm fine. Turn it off, turn it off. Just tell me who I can talk to, who's authorized to turn it off. Nobody in a corporation is authorized to do anything. Other than unless the corporation talks to them. And what's a corporation? Could it be the Good Tooth Fairy?
Right.
It's all what one believes. I just want, hey, you authorize to turn off a natural resource, well, I want to know where you're getting the authority. The only way the authority comes from you when you authorize it to be turned on. That make any sense to anybody out there?
Yeah.
So who's authorized to turn it off? See?
Yeah, my buddy, he told me a way that he was doing it.
Yeah.
And he circled the name, and he put the property of the state of Colorado, and I believe he wrote a little proposal or something saying who owns the name and who's liable for it, and
yeah, cool.
We're just waiting to see what he gets back from him now.
Yeah, the thing of it is, you know, who's authorizing? They give you a shut-off notice. I'd answer them. Who's authorizing to shut it off? I mean,
right.
a simple little question could be all that matters. If the power stays on, who gives a fuck? You know? I wouldn't. I'd enjoy the moment. Anyway. Guess 6. Call in. You guys call in, you bunch of fucking pussies. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
It'd be better over the fear. There's more people on it. Calling it.
I'm sorry, was that peaceful?
It'd be better if there's more people on the line.
That's it. Get over the fear. Call in.
Allegedly.
Yeah, the last thing they want to do is screw with Batman, don't they? Might find they'd be looking at themselves. You ever watch that Star Wars movie? What one was it? Episode 4, I think, or something like that. 3, 4? No, Episode 4. Or Luke Skywalker. And, you know, he went down to visit Yoda. It might have been 5, Episode 5 or something. But Luke Skywalker wound up in a cave with Darth Vader. You recall what he was facing when he met Darth Vader?
I don't like Star Wars, so I couldn't tell you anything.
My impression of the episode was Luke Skywalker saw himself. So who's the demon? Yeah, there you go, guess 6, himself. What's this? Authorization. What do you mean by authorization denied? Who called me a pussy? I want to be queen. Well, heck, maybe you got 2 pussies. Which end do you want me to start with? Anyway.
Whatever you want to be, man.
Wait a minute. Yeah. I call all
Who
of
are
people.
we to argue?
Maybe everybody in the world's a pussy. Do I have a right to that opinion? Is there such a thing as a right? And if I believe so, what the fuck's your problem? Anyway. Maybe too many questions at once. I am what I eat. Guess 6. You eat pussy. Never mind.
I got 2 pussy cats running around in this RV right now. I don't eat them.
I guess we have a failure to communicate.
I guess there's a misunderstanding. I believe there's a mistake.
I hope this little talk is helping people. If you think about what words we say and then the way others look at what they hear and their assumptions of the moment. That's like I got in a call. In fact, I posted it. The last call before this one, I got excuse me. I got in a call with a guy, and his opinion. Oh, where was I going? I got a brain fart. Shit, that sucks. Thing of it is, he was telling me. I'm sorry, but excuse me, but he was telling me about all these a law dictionary and this and that what it means, and I try to get the point across to him. Not that. Well, maybe I tried, or maybe whatever I did. Point was, whose law dictionary are you reading from? I go by Batman's law dictionary. Point of the matter is, until we have a meeting in the minds on what the word means, what's the fucking point? You know what I mean?
Yep.
You can have, it's written, it's written, big fucking deal. Till we agree on it, how can we have a meeting of the minds?
And see, that's what I don't hear in any other talk show or any other, search, this.
Oh yeah.
Search party or any of that stuff. You don't hear nothing about the meeting of the minds. That's like the missing element in this whole thing.
Yeah,
and that's something that was key to me. I was like, that's it right there, the meeting of the minds. You don't hear nothing about that.
Yeah, and they're sitting there accusing everybody else of fraud and all this bullshit. But the point of it is, did you ever ask them what they meant by what they were saying?
Right.
That make
you know what I like to say? I like to say, how can you understand if you don't understand?
Well, the point of the matter is, I got to ask questions so we can have a meeting of the minds. I had a judge told me, I'm going to ask some questions around here. It's all well and good, but the point of the matter is, hey, you can ask all the questions you want, and I turn around and ask him another question. I forget what I said at that moment. And I told him I'm going to demur. I just demurred. He says, you can't demur. This is a criminal case. And I says, what do you mean I can't demur? I just did, didn't I? I just demurred twice. Again.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck. You had to be there. A demur it up in the so-called law dictionaries, from what I gather from it, in my opinion, is a question. The answer with a question. That's a demur. And he told me I couldn't demur. This was a criminal case. I says, what do you mean I can't demur? I just did, didn't I? I just demurred again. See?
Yeah, right.
And he looked, and he fucking got off of that point real quick. But, you know, it's all a matter of staying in honor. And I admit, I went into dishonor with these guys. And I got the lashings. I got beat up. And, you know something? It's something I needed at the moment. And it's all good, man. We're going to get beat up. We're going to learn. I'm telling you something. If they're not persecuting you, you're probably don't give a fuck about nobody but yourself. And I think if that's the way you are, you're going to be awful lonely come the end of time. Something to consider. That make any sense?
Yeah. I believe it.
It's all good, man. If we can look at it and say, what can we do to do the best for everybody? I'm telling you, to me, that's key. If you can truly live it, that's key. They can't fuck with a righteous man. And what's a righteous man? In honor at all times. Think about it.
Oh, I seen this video on YouTube today. These guys were dancing at a memorial at a DC, and the cops go and say, "Hey, you guys can't dance here. You know, it's a rule. You can't do this." And so the guys kept doing it, and they arrested them. They arrested like maybe 8 or 10 people. It's pretty interesting. I'll have to get the link and send it to you guys.
Yeah. The point of the matter is, I would ask that cop, what do you mean I can't dance here? What are you telling me? Who can't dance here?
Right.
See, the thing of it is, that's where they get us, in my opinion. Or you get yourself. You know, are you a resident? What do you mean, who can't dance here? Are you talking about residents? Are you talking about occupants? What about peaceful inhabitants? Is that on the list? No. Well, why don't you check on it?
When I told the lawyers that, they're like, that's not even in the Black's Law Dictionary.
Well, whose fault is that?
I don't know what you look at, but, you know, I don't believe in all that myself.
Well, never mind who believes in it or not. The point of the matter is, it's a term. Why don't you go ask the judge, what do you do when an inhabitant? Huh? Maybe he can help you.
Right.
Move him up the ladder. Or are you prepared to accept full liability for your actions? That always fucks them up.
Hey, 1 second.
Hold on to what?
Mario, what was that link that, with those tops on the Capitol of D.C.? What's it called? I was going to give it to this guy. I'm getting that video for you guys. I'll post it up on talkshoe so you can look at it.
Cool. We got a lot of listeners here, man. Somebody, come on, assholes. Fucking join in. Join the biggest asshole of them all.
Come on, assholes. Join in.
You know what? I was watching Smokey and the Bandit again today. And there was a part in there.
One second, guys.
Is there somebody that's leading you all there or you all good?
Don't make me mute you. Yeah, Derek. But I was watching Smokey and the Bandit today, and there was a part in there where the bandit and I'm gonna have to mute you, buddy. It was
sorry.
Sorry, don't Smokey and the Bandit was, there was one thing he pointed out that was wherever you're at, you're just, how did he put it, dumber. It depends what part of the states you're in. The United States, I think, I forget exactly how he said it, but it comes down to is, people's perception of things is where they're at. And you can go in there, some people call soda pop, and other people call it a Coke. And some people, I don't know if this is helping you guys, but we're all stupid, man. We're just, other people look at things one way and others look at it another way. Think of it as you're stupid wherever you're new at. You got to learn what people, the way their perceptions and what things mean to one another. Until then, how can you communicate? How can you stay in honor? Other than ask questions. Well, what do you mean by soda pop? I know in one part of the country they call it Coke. One part of the country they call it soda. Another part of the country they call it pop. Who's fucking wrong?
Yeah, in the so-called state of Colorado, they call it pop.
Mm-hmm. See, simple. What the fuck? How am I supposed to know what you're talking about unless I ask? Whose dictionary are you using? Black's? Bouviers? Fucking Webster's? How about we use Batman's dictionary? That's what I ask.
Yeah, that public defender thought I was crazy when she said I got my information from Batman. She's probably watching the movie, studying it.
Somebody called Batman. Somebody who answers to Batman. Hook her up. Tell her to call Batman.
Well, when I told her, it was like, I guess you could call him Batman. Mm-hmm. She didn't know what to say. She's getting really angry,
What's the difference between calling him Batman, or not to say I'm the same as Jesus, but what's the difference? I got it from Jesus, or Batman, or somebody who answers to the name, or not the name, the sound. I stand corrected. What we do is we speak. They're sound waves. It's a sound. We answer to sounds. The name.
Or vibration.
Yeah, there you go. Good vibrations. I ought to get some Beach Boys out here. Yeah. But think about it. But I love you, man. You told her that.
Oh, I did, and she was shocked.
Batman, okay.
Exactly. She's like, so have you been drinking or smoking? It's like, oh, no. She's like, are you high? I was like, well, I guess you could say I'm high on life. I don't know.
You should have gave her the link to the back call.
Yeah, right. Oh, a little flashlight with the symbol and flashing on the wall.
Give him the link to the back call. Here's where this guy here calls himself Batman. Listen. You might like it.
Yeah.
What did you? What was your case about? You explain what the situation was.
I had an ex-girlfriend, and I was growing. Most people refer to it as marijuana, and I don't know, this girl. Me and her really didn't connect, I guess, and I was trying to leave her house. She really didn't want me to leave, and I had all my stuff there, and, well, the stuff I claimed to, I guess, and back then, I was all ego, I guess, and I was like, you know what, you can just have everything, and I left her house. She goes, you know what, that's not good enough for me. I don't want you to leave all this crap, and she says, I'm going to fuck your life over, and I was also on probation for the for some other stuff when I was a juvenile. And I was dealing with all that stuff because I didn't know about all this. And she was like, so she kind of had an upward advantage on me. She really wanted to mess up my life for some reason. She would tell my pops, you know, give me money, give me all this, and I want to do all this, and give me all kinds of, it's just crazy. And she told the cops all kinds of stuff that, like, I took her Bible and maybe a pound of...
What evidence does she have is hers?
Right, you know, but at this time I didn't know all this, and so, you know, I left. I didn't even know she called the cops. First thing, 3 days later, they're calling my mom's phone, saying, you know, we're looking for so-and-so. We need to speak with them. And I was actually living up in Winter Park. So she didn't have no way to get a hold of me, and I didn't know anything about anything. So I go to court for a juvenile case. And I was over 18, you know, the jurisdiction of juvenile courts, you can only do so much now. So as I was 18 on a juvenile case, they just dropped that case and gave me 30 days. So after all that happened, I was dealing with a new adult case that the ex put on the name. So she even went to court and told the judge, hey, you know, I really just want him to go to jail because I was mad at him. And the judge was like, you know what? I don't believe it. We're going to proceed with this. Take it up for trial. He'll decide that if you want. And that's what I was pretty much left off of.
Was that a case that's the state versus you type matter?
What other is there? Yeah. Yeah, it was a case. No, it wasn't a case versus him. It was he laid claim on her name.
Right.
And as long as there's a charge on the name, if somebody says, yeah, that's my name, well, there's a controversy.
Yeah.
But what
Did you go back? Were you able to go back? I mean, since you have this new inspiration of information, did you stayed on point and you said, I believe there was a mistake? And
yes, well, last Thursday, actually, I don't know if you were listening in earlier, but in the beginning of the call, I was actually talking about last Thursday how I went to court for the name, and, you know, at this point I had the ankle monitor still on, and I wasn't actually charging it. And I didn't quite know what to do at the time. I was meddling. That's the best way to put it, I guess. And, you know, I would charge it periodically, you know, if it would unplug when I'm sleeping, you know, they would call and was like, well, if you want to plug it in, you know, you're more than welcome to come over and plug it in. Because when I'm sleeping, you know, I don't know if I could plug it in while I'm sleeping. But I can try. But I told him you could come over and plug it in if you want, pretty much. And then I try to take UAs just to make them happy. And
can you take those off at any time, or do they have to stay on all the time? Do you take shower with them, or what?
Well, the thing was, they issued a warrant maybe a week before last Thursday, and it was for contempt because when the pretrial service lady would call, you know, she goes, is Brian Ham there, so-and-so? And I would say, I used to go by that matter. And she would say, what? She wouldn't know what I'm talking about, you know. It was like, well, you know, I kind of explained her you know, the ownership of the birth certificate and all that. And she didn't know. She didn't know what I was saying. So her supervisor started calling me. And I did the same thing. And she kind of understand that she couldn't argue with my beliefs, well, the beliefs I had at the moment, because when I was talking to her after I got released, I decided to go out there and go talk to her, and because he wants you to go talk to him after you get released and, you know, give him an address and all that. And I was actually supposed to go to the ankle monitor place after that too, and I said, you know what? Screw this. Why am I even doing that? You know, it doesn't really have to deal with me. I presented the mistake. I gave him that. The reason I think I got remanded was because I probably remained silent at the end, because I had the sheriffs behind me. I had public defenders tapping on my shoulder. I had two of them there, you know, and they were all in my ears. You're going to make the judge mad. And the judge was saying, Mr. Ham, be quiet. And I kept saying, by what authority are you using that as identification? And
oh, really?
yeah,
They're all standing around you and everything?
What's that?
They're all standing around you and telling you not,
and
That's
giving
part
you
of,
instructions?
hey, that's part of the game, buddy. It's just
Yeah.
I mean, my anxiety was going, like I was sweating. I get nervous when those people, because it's just releasing that fear. And I realized when I was sitting in that jail, I was like, hey, whatever, you know, this ain't bad. It don't matter. It's a test. It's all a test.
The point of the matter is once any of them, in my opinion anyway, once any of them sheriffs or bailiffs or whatever the fuck you want to call them lay a hand on you, I just turn and ask them, is this the way you treat all witnesses?
Yeah, I mean,
think about it. Try it.
The way it was happening too, I mean, it felt so unreal. It felt like they weren't even listening to me. I tried to talk, and it was just like, damn, and I was like, whoa.
Hey, that's your perception. That's another thing that gets people. You know, you ask questions and stuff, and they go silent. You know what they did? Their tested response is an admission that what you stated was a fact. But we let it go. And then the judge gives an opinion, and we agree with him, and the next thing you know, you're in jail.
For contempt, right?
What's that?
Is it for contempt if you agree to that opinion when they're trying to...
Yeah, contempt of what, Judge? Are you talking to me? You're in contempt. What do you mean you're in contempt? Who are you talking to?
Well, I'm saying, like, when you're going in there, you're saying, hey, you know, I'm here for the matter, and then you agree to the judge's opinion or something. Wouldn't that be contempt?
The thing of it is, if he accused you of attempt, and then you act when he says you, and you do an action on behalf of you gave evidence that you're meddling, and you're in contempt. The point of the matter is, if there's any question, I'd ask the judge, what do you mean by you? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
You see? You know? And if one of the bailiffs lay a hand on you, say, you know, ask him a question. Is this the way we treat all witnesses?
Well, when you said he will be remanded, he said, who are you calling you?
Excuse me, Judge. He will be remanded. What do you mean by he, Judge?
Right. Who is he? I said.
Yeah. Okay.
And she didn't really listen to me, and, you know, my dad was there. He witnessed it.
You know what she was telling you? I'm not talking to you, fuckhead. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Man.
Think about it.
Who's talking to that paper?
Hey, the ankle bracelet's gone, huh? Could it be there's
man.
He's talking to that name. He's talking to that paper, and you keep answering. You talking to me, Judge?
The thing of it is, what evidence do you have that I own anything? I try to tell people, it's that fucking simple. It's the cross. The cross was there. You can accept the gift, or you can claim ownership of it. When you claim ownership, you're going to get the fucking bill. But if you accept the gift and use it, it's all paid for, man. Enjoy the fucking ride.
Every time I drive by the plat, I said, that's where the name's at.
Whatever. Who the fuck cares? The thing of it is, I'm using it, and I'm loving every moment. I'm enjoying the moment. Enjoy the moment, man.
Is it against the law to use shit?
Yeah.
Is it against the law?
The thing of it is, can you enjoy the moment, or are you programmed for success? You know what success is to me? Worrying about the future. And success is worrying about the future and bitching about the past. Whereas, what's happiness? Could it be enjoying the moment?
Definitely.
Yeah, the journey.
I got that from the Heroes. I don't know if you guys ever watched the series. It was here in the so-called States anyway. Heroes. If you guys ever get the chance, watch it. There's only 4 seasons, man. They cut it short, but I think they said what they needed to say in them. But Heroes, and I like to see the rest of them, because definitely got my interest anyway, if I own such a thing. It's all good, boys and girls, man. Learn how to stay in honor and love and want the best for everyone around you, man. If you can get that down, it's called an impenetrable fortress of love. Impenetrable. What don't you get about impenetrable? People will honor you. I don't give a fuck what you think about them. It's not what you think about them more than what you think about yourself. And if I'm in love and honor, and I don't give a shit how people act, if you lay it on them and stay in honor, you're going to get it back. But if you think somebody's beating you out of something you don't own, well, enjoy the fucking ride. That make any sense?
You know. So this that video was telling you about, it says Adam versus the man. And I was hearing this guy talk. He had this little meeting going, and man, they just have a big claim on something, you know. I see where they're kind of going to think something's wrong, but they're just going at it totally the wrong way.
Well, it could be, but hey, maybe that's the way they're going to learn. How do you know it's totally the wrong way? Each of us learn in the own way. It's all necessary, man. We're all here for an education. That's the way I look at it. What other purpose is there than what we're doing at the moment and experiencing the moment? What other is there? Is it wrong? Or could it all be right? Or is there a wrong or a right? You know? Think about it.
I guess if it's what you believe.
Well, who am I to argue with what you believe? See?
Right.
You know?
I'm back.
I want to stay in honor here. You believe this. Well, tell me why you believe that. See? Where you want to go with that? Make any sense?
Yep.
Everybody, we're all fucked up, man. We all think all kinds of different ways. Point of the matter, what makes anybody any more right than the other guy? That make any sense?
Yep. Could it be that we're just told something and We just believed it.
Yeah, it's your perception at the moment, but that doesn't make it true. Yeah,
Right.
you know what? I don't know. Fucking Batman's a fucking asshole. I know. I answered to Batman, so that must make me an asshole. I'm meddling. Fuck. You know, point of the matter is, what is truth? Like Pontius Pilate asked, what is truth? Is truth one's perception at the moment? There's another question. Fuck your day all up, huh? Happy fucking New Year. Is there? Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Like you say, could be thoughts occur.
Yeah. That's Howard Freeman. He used to go by the name Howard Freeman. I studied, like I say, over 20 years of this fucking bullshit. But without good bullshit, there'd be no flowers. Point of the matter is, Howard Freeman, one thing that stuck out in the mind I use is, he said, thoughts occur. And it dawned on me one day, he says, if thoughts occur, what control do we really have?
Right. Alright, I found that video. Let me post it up there for you.
Oh, cool. But, you know, people just think. And I think the heart of the matter is it truly that we want everybody to be happy and everybody to be in honor and everybody to have the best? I mean, if that's the way you are, then let it go, man. Let it flow. But, man, if you want to sit around and think about it, chances are somebody's going to talk you out of it. You know what I mean? And it's hard to, I don't know, something to consider.
Hey, Batman, are you on Skype by chance?
No, I'm on a chair at the moment. Well, the body I'm using is on a chair. But yeah.
Well, are you signed on to that chat, or?
The Skype I use is online, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, you know, if Buddy is online, the Skype I was using is down right now because I use Linux and it can't read any of that crap.
Wait a minute. Linux.
It's a different operating system.
I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking. Well, I believe I know what you're talking about. For what that's worth, anyway.
It's
like
Ubuntu. It's pretty weird. I'm learning it, but
hey, I'm proud of you. I'm spoiled. Fucking Windows works in general good for me, but then again, how do you know whether it's good, bad, or ugly if you have yet to do anything other besides Windows? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you see somebody's opinion there?
Could very well be. You're looking for admissions. You're looking for admissions and confessions. What a dick. But what you want is...
my buddy, he's the one that really introduced this to me and sparked it into me. Lived right next door to me, and I started getting into it deeper, and it just seems like the light is much brighter.
Hey, that's good. If you can sleep better at night and be at peace with yourself, man, if I had something to do with it, man, I take that as thank you. I feel like I'm useful. And far as guest number 9, he says, Batman, or it reads anyway, Batman, you provide an honorable community service. Thanks. I want to ask guest 9, are you calling me a communist?
I wouldn't say it's a service.
I couldn't resist that one. Service is to one another, and as long as we're serving one another, if we figure, I tell you, in my opinion, for what it's worth, if we can figure out how to serve all of those around us, it'll be taken care of. The service we will have. And if that's communism, I guess I'm guilty. Shoot me. Get it over with. Christ, I tell people Christ was a communist. And they get all upset. Well, tell me, what's a communist? Was it Christ's intention for everybody to be in honor? Communist? The old Bible's all about communism. But God forbid if you claim to be a communist in the so-called United States. That make any sense? And, there ain't no communists in the United States. But everybody lives in a community. Does that kind of rhyme with communist? And fuck, there ain't no socialists. But man, take away somebody's Social Security. God, you got a fucking fight on your hands.
Oh yeah, it's war now.
No socialists there either, no. But take away Social Security, man. But hey, yeah, well, fucking people, you're fooling yourself. You don't believe it. You ever heard that song? I forget who did that. Oh yeah, you're such an angry young man. Your future looks quite bright to me. It's your choice, buddy.
Definitely.
Hey, guess 9. You put in there. An attitude of gratitude with a servant's heart. Well, when we stop serving one another, what's the sense of having any gratitude, huh? Consider the sticks. There you go, guess 6. Thank you. Yeah, I believe you're right. I can find it. Let me see if I find that song. I'll play it if there's no objections.
No objections.
It's good, man. It's good to see people out there listening anyway. What they do with it's their business. But I think if people can realize they're the problem, now we can work. We got something to work with. Man, you get what you put out. And if you put out honor and love to everybody around you, before you know it, guess what? You'll be surrounded by people who believe the way you do. But if you want war, if you think you own something, well, guess what you're going to find? People claiming ownership. People in dishonor because they believe they're entitled to something when they have no evidence whatsoever to prove. Like I ask, hey, you think you got rights? Well, ask a dead man. What happened to his right to breathe? Think about it.
Yep. I said that to my buddy the other day.
Yeah. Yeah. And what'd he say? Did he gasp for air?
He didn't say anything. I think he stopped breathing.
What do we really have other than to enjoy the moment? And if we can bring honor and love to one another all around us, I mean, what more can you ask for? You know, it just freaking tingles up the spine when I know somebody says, hey, Batman, you know, I sleep better at night now after speaking with you. Who can ask for a greater reward? It's priceless. You know, is it truly we want the best for one another around us? Or we're looking for a reward, a material reward? Huh? Show me the money. Huh? What is it? What is it really worth seeking? Something to consider.
Yep.
But then again, like I tell people, all right, yeah, I ask them, what the fuck do I know?
Can't fix stupid, you can only manage it, right?
Right. And in my opinion, we're all fucking stupid. It's just whether you realize it or not. Now, that's the question. We're all stupid, one level or another. I have yet to anybody prove me wrong on that point. Like I say about the IQ test, I call it the idiot quotient. You got a high IQ, must make you a bigger idiot than me. Who am I to argue?
Right.
I don't know. That's just perception. What's fucking perception? I'm getting closer to this. To Grand Illusion. What was the name of that song? Grand Illusion. You're fooling yourself. You guys ready to hear it too?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, I'm gonna play it. Play it. Here we go. Got it all.
Such a high, such a lamb.
I'm going to get to you guys 15 in a moment, but there's one thing I want to ask the so-called audience out there. Could it be that we look outward for the infinite when the infinite is inside us? And when we look outward, we find that it's finite. Consider the thought. Please reply. And far as, guess 15, do you believe that the courts, as I hear Boris say, are coming from the perspective of subconscious and that they ignore negatives such as not, as no and not? Do they ignore the word not? Well, the thing of it is, here, the way I look at it. Whatever the fuck Boris looks at it like, I don't fucking know. If I was Boris, I'd probably tell you. But I say, how can I prove a negative? And if I'm asking somebody to prove a negative, could I be asking someone to do an impossibility of the law? If that makes any sense to anyone out there in La La Land. Okay. Comments? Come on, call in.
I'm trying to
Go for it.
get Buddy to call in.
Yeah, okay. Did that make any sense, what I just said?
Yeah, I believe it did.
Who's the problem? You know? Stay on point. What's the least common denominator? Who has choices? Is it true you get what you put out? I mean, who knows other than you?
Yeah, man, I don't know if you remember, but when I first talked to you, you asked me that question, and I said, they're the problem, or something like that.
Yeah, I think we went round and round a little bit, yeah.
And that time, I was just really, that's when, I guess you put things into perspective, I guess, and...
Did I put them in perspective, or did I just ask the question that you always know the answer to? Huh?
That's what I believe you did, I guess, but...
See, here's the deal with it. I love all the flowers and stuff, but the point of the matter is, we all know, and as long as we're blaming somebody else for what we already know, who's the fucking problem? You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know how to put it. I don't want fucking credit for anything. We're all one, man. How can I take credit? Is the eye any better than the hand? Is the hand any better than the leg? Or are we all working together for the benefit of one another? I mean, once you start, it says in the scriptures, allegedly, that, hey, call no one other, brothers. We're all brothers. But if you call one father, or, you give one a prestige, now, is that a division in the body? Or are we all one? Is that making any sense?
Yeah.
And if we can be all one, then what are we going to do? The last thing we want to see is a lawyer or a cop or a judge go down and be in discomfort. Huh? We want honor. We want the best for everybody. And if the court can see that, and the only way they're going to see it is by the way you act towards one another. I mean, what more is there? Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
We're all brothers and sisters. Yeah. The judges are brothers. I mean, the lawyers, they're all our brothers. Sure, they got that little scripture in there about the Pharisees, condemning the Pharisees. I think that's just a ploy out there to see where your heart's at. You want to, go on to the Pharisees and the scribes, for they know the way, but they share it not, or something to that effect. What's the fucking problem? You know it too, man. Who's the bigger asshole? Huh? Who's the greater fool? The fool or the one who follows him? You want to blame it on them because you're a fucking idiot? Well, who's the idiot? That make any
Why'd
sense?
you follow him?
Hey.
Right. Why'd you follow him then?
Yeah. You know, you're blaming somebody else because you're a fucking idiot. That's what it comes down to me. That make any sense?
Oh, yeah.
Stay in honor, man. If there's something wrong, what am I doing wrong? That's what I want to know. What can I do to settle this matter honorably? What can I do to help so everybody's in honor? I'll tell you, if people around the world start doing that, you think there'd be a need for war? You think there would be war? Huh? Like this one guy tried to tell me, in fact, it's on the last call, he's going to fight for his right to be at peace. Could that be at war? Could you be at war? You're fighting for something?
You're defending something?
Think about it. Instead of saying, hey, bro, what's your definition of peace? Let's talk about this. No, he's got his own definitions. That's what we got into that. You'll hear the call. It's up there on, I put it up there. We got into that, definitions. Well, their books, this, that, and that. Well, I go by the Batman dictionary, buddy. Now, if we can discuss it, what I think of what the word means and what you think of what the word means, you know, and if we can come to a meeting of the minds on it, maybe we'll get somewhere. But who gives a fuck about Black's Law or Bouvier's Law or Webster's Dictionary? It's all somebody's opinion. What the fuck
Right.
does that have to do with us coming to a meeting of the minds at the moment?
Yeah, take it how you want it.
Well, there you go. But, you know, I like to ask a lot of questions, but, you know, I've been known to make statements. When we can both agree on what we believe the word to mean at the moment, well, then I'll be glad to, yeah, I can handle that. We agree. But till then, I'm asking questions to see where the fuck you're coming from. You got a problem with that? I don't know how to put it across other than that. But make any sense?
Yeah, I believe it does.
We're all fighting for something that doesn't exist. Does that make any sense? I am a fucking United States fucking American, man. Fight for the right to be free. And then you ask them, well, what the fuck do you mean by free? And they go fucking blank on you. And then you ask them, well, what are you fighting for? And that even fucked them up all more. What's freedom? Is there such a thing as freedom? You think about it. What makes freedom? Freedom is joy. Live in the moment. Could it be happiness? And if happiness is everybody around you is happy, well, how is it freedom? Because if it wasn't for happiness, would you have freedom? Huh? Think about it. But I'm fucked. What the fuck, Batman? Huh? Batman's just a fucking asshole. Sitting here in the Batcave, wishing he was someplace else sometimes. But in general, nah, this is my porpoise. Our porpoise. Hopefully.
Yeah, potato, tomato, whatever.
Yeah. Hopefully. know what I love? I get, and it's priceless to me. People. In fact, I can't recall when anybody really had something bad to say about the talkshoes, or you know, when it all push comes to shove, nobody's fucking accusing me. It's beautiful. I don't know how to put it, man. It's just like, you think they all heard of Batman, but you know something? They don't touch the Batman. Could there be an impenetrable fortress of love? Could that be why? I don't know. Something to consider. Because I tell you, I thought people don't fucking dick with Batman. It's weird.
Yeah, isn't it nice though?
What's that?
Isn't it nice though?
What do you mean?
That people don't fuck with you?
Well, maybe it's because they fucking can't. I don't know. But yeah, no, I'm at peace in a kind of a way with it. The thing of it is, what gets me is, I hear stories, this and that. The last thing I want to see is anybody fall in harm's way. And sometimes I hear stories, but I just got to get over myself. It's like my buddy Mark there. He's in the nut house right now.
Yeah, I've been following up on that.
Yeah, is it because of me?
No, I don't think it's because of you.
Yeah, well, that's what you think. But what do I think is what's important? I don't know. You get in the drift here.
Right.
I think what I'm saying to people is relevant. It's helpful, and then sometimes I think, man, maybe I ought to just shut the fuck up. What are you gonna do with it?
Ultimately, it's the choice that you make. If it's what you decide, and that's what I figured out. You can't let nobody decide for you. You got to decide.
Exactly. Just sometimes I wonder, and then other times I talk with people, and like your story, for instance. I think, I'm talking to the same individual, I believe. But what you went through in court, and you see it, and I don't know. I'm hoping you know.
I hope I know too. But do we really know anything, huh?
There you go. Thoughts occur.
That's all.
I think, in an opinion, it's truly want the best for everyone around you, man. Who can ask for more?
Right. Yeah, I always tell people when they think money is worth something, I say, could it be true value is love and peace?
Value is one's opinion at the moment.
Right.
It's like you watch the markets, gold's gone up, this gone up, that gone down. Point of it is, if you believe everything people tell you, the point of the matter is, what value is it to you at the moment? Some people love gold, and when it was worth allegedly no Federal Reserve notes, they just like to have gold around them.
I'll tell you what made me happy and what's value is being around my pops and being able to forget about all the bullshit.
Priceless. Meeting of the minds. To have a meeting of minds with an individual is priceless.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like my mentor. I'll call him the mentor. A peacemaker. If you listen to episode 1, I believe you heard me. Yeah.
I listened to it like maybe over 20 times or so. I like that episode.
Peacemaker. He taught me, man. And I tell you, he came to court with me and everything. One time he said I created a monster, but Darth Vader was a monster once.
And I guess he was, wasn't he Luke Skywalker's father too?
Exactly.
So he was born from the monster.
Yeah. Are we all? Who's the monster? Yeah. Could it be us? Who's the enemy?
The perception you have at the moment.
Yeah. Who's the enemy? Huh? Could it be between the ears?
Yeah, it's all coming to me, I guess. Every day I'm learning something.
Honor, man. Honor and love and respect for all around you. It's the force. And I'm telling you, in my opinion, for what it's worth, it's an impenetrable fortress like you need one. But when you're in love and honor, what are they going to do to you?
Right.
Anything they do to themselves. The old saying in grammar school, whatever you say bounces off me and sticks onto you. Why argue with that?
I'm rubber, you're glue.
There you go. I love you, man. How can I help you? Could that be the same as saying I'm rubber and you're glue? Huh?
Right. I'm stuck on you.
Who's carrying the burden? Huh? Where's the forgiveness? What's the only remedy on which relief can be granted? To me, it's forgiveness. If you can't forgive, you're always going to have a burden.
Yeah.
But then again, what the fuck do I know? Huh?
Yeah, we're all stupid, huh?
Hey, get used to it. Till we freaking move. I'll tell you, if the body just disappears one day, I think you got it. Till then, we're just using the vessels. We're on a freaking educational expedition and enjoy the moment. All I can say.
Hey, so guest 6 says, did he argue his case? Whose case is it?
Free cake? Is there such a thing? I don't know where he's coming from at the moment.
Guest 6, are you talking me, PCB?
Bet shit. I'm going back here, guess. Bet shit. Hey, what up, bet shit? Would you have any pretty flowers? Wow.
I guess if you believe you're arguing with someone is dishonor, I don't know.
Well, how can you argue if you was asking a question? Well, you know, but a question could be dishonorable. Like, hey, Judge, when's the last time you beat your wife? What happens after the vessel disappears? Does the vessel disappear, or does it go back to the earth and winds up being something for somebody else to use?
Right. I mean, look at the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Our ancestors used to use them, and they're still here.
Point of the matter is, what's the spirit learn from the experience? That's the question I have to ask. Did Socrates dishonor by argument? He consented. He turned around and he says, if it'll make you happy, I'll drink the hemlock. Is that what you're asking? For Batman to drink hemlock? Socrates.
That's it. You should call in.
Good point,
I think I'm scared.
Yeah, well, he bought into the illusion. It could very well be he did at the moment. Because I think if Socrates asked the right question, he probably would never had to drink, or would never drank. Never mind that he had to. He chose to drink it. Point of the matter is, if he asked the right question, what need would there be for him to drink the hemlock? Drink a beer. What else am I going to do with a beer?
Right.
Well, some people like to take baths in it, I guess. Some people like to shampoo their hair in beer. I guess. Okay, I'll drink another beer if it'll make them happy.
And other people like to throw ping pong balls in the beers.
Really? Cool.
Yeah. They call it beer pong.
I like that. I like Boilermakers. I'd rather drop a shot glass in the beer with a freaking good shot of Crown Royal or something like that. Do it right. In fact, he was sentenced as a heretic, mainly for doing nothing but asking questions. Well, was you there, guess night?
Come on, guys, call in. Let's chat.
Oh, yeah, yeah. In fact, that's what you believe everything people tell you? I like to piss it. I like to piss it.
I don't understand.
Yeah, well, I think his happiest moment is when he's pissing. That make any sense?
I guess. Whatever makes you happy, Cat 6.
Do it. Yeah. Put your hips into it.
It's all in the hips.
Uh-huh. Anyway, quite a few people come on the call on the computer anyway. I wish a few more people come in and call in. I would really love to discuss Dallas debt discussion or yeah, I would have loved to discuss that call with Robert Fox. Didn't get to go to jail. But see what happens. Boy, I guess 6, if you can piss beer, man, I'm gonna stop buying it.
Oh no.
Batman, how? Guess 18 here. Batman, how do I help the court when a peace officer stops me and says I was speeding? Well, what do you mean? He stopped. Point of the matter is, what's the definition of speeding? You ever look at them signs? You ask me, they're pretty ambiguous. It says speed limit.
I'm illiterate. I really don't know how to read.
Well, it says speed limit, 65 or 55, whatever. Point of the matter is, 55 what? I haven't even hit Mach 5 yet. How was I speeding? But if you want to go that route. You know, point of the matter is, how can I help you? I was speeding. You were speeding. I was speeding. Please define. Was that an emergency?
Exactly.
Point of it is, well, no. Well, it wasn't. Well, what authorized you to use them lights other than an emergency? I mean, where do you want to go with it? Redemption schemes. Guess 9. Batman, what do you make of what's called the redemption schemes? UCC Freematic Center. Well, what's your definition of schemes? Maybe you already figured it out. What do you think? What a dick. I found, studying the laws, years and years, I found out the laws, so-called statutes, laws, whatever you want to call them, are very ambiguous. And they need you to be a witness against yourself. And unless you're asking questions, guess what? Shut up and pay the fine. Do yourself a favor. Make any sense?
You're going to go wherever that paper goes.
There you go. You meddled. You became a trustee. Hey, they got nice places, man. They make sure you got 3 hots in a cot. Make sure you don't hurt yourself or anybody else. I mean, who can ask for more?
Yeah. Oh, when I was in the jail, I asked the deputy, I asked him if his job was really hard and all that or something like that. And he goes, if it wasn't for people like you, I wouldn't have my job. It's like, are we innocent until proven guilty, or, are you accusing your brother?
Well, the thing of it is, what do you mean by people like me?
Right.
And what do you mean by you? Anyway.
Yeah, they'll throw them off. Yeah, they didn't want to let me out when I was signing the bond.
That's perception. I put you 10 to 1 if you was doing it correctly. They couldn't wait to get you out. They just want you to perceive they didn't want to let you out.
Yeah.
Think about it. Look in the mirror. Think about it.
It wasn't that long.
Yeah. If there's no objections, I might play another song, but I'm ready to call it a night.
Alrighty, Batman. Well, I'll talk to you some other time.
Hopefully, yeah. But we all talk, man. We're all hooked up to the universal internet. It's just the more you find yourself an honor, the more you find it's all good.
Definitely.
If that makes any sense. There we go. Here's a song. I'm going to close on this song.
Love you, Batman. Love everybody.
There you go. If you don't love everybody, you fucking probably hate yourself, huh? Could that be true?
Yeah, whatever. Later, guys.
Rather
hopefully we all enjoyed this call. And wait a minute, I want to play something here. It's really going to be short and sweet. Yeah. Where is it? Good night, y'all.
Tune in tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.
There. I'm happy now. Good night. End of call. Love y'all.